Hey guys, what's up? David Burns, good to be with you. And today we're going to look at this hive because it has made it through the winter very strong. 2 deeps and a super, 2 deeps and 2 supers, 4 boxes. No winter bee kinds this winter. And so it's a strong colony. And I've raised a lot of colonies this way, so I kind of know what I'm looking at here. This is my first time to open it up this season. I have not looked at it at all this year. First time to take a glance, so today we're going to take a look, see what's up. So this first frame here looks like just a frame of brood. I know I've got a good queen in there. I really like my queens that I raise and I use, and I'll just pull a frame up here. I know there's brood in this box and the box below it because this time of the year, my queen will lay. I don't have a queen excluder. She'll lay in all the boxes. That's fine. I want to make a lot of splits, so that's fine. Yep, just as I suspected. Look at that brood. So good brood laying pattern. Look at that. Excellent. On both sides. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in there. I know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a brood chamber all the way through the hive. All 4 boxes, no doubt. So I'm going to take this top super off. No problem. We're going to just set this aside for a minute. And we're going to look at the one below it. It's another super below it. Okay, a lot of bees down here, as you can see, made it through the winter. And it's very windy today. It's aggravatingly windy today. I don't know if that's a word, but it describes the day that I'm having. It's very windy. Bees are having a really hard time flying, going in and out. Going to have brood in this super as well. Let's take a look at, I'm kind of suspect of this frame right here. I see drone brood at the very top edge of it. So sometimes when you have drone brood like this on a frame, it's very common this time of the year because the queen is wanting to raise a lot of drones to mate with other virgin queens from other hives. So in this case, it's the time of the year for this colony to raise drones, and I'm glad they are. But we want to look at this frame. Sometimes on drone frames like this, if this is a drone frame, you can actually have queen cells. So I want to see, this would be a good place to put queen swarm cells on this frame. Yep. Oh, nailed it. Just as I suspected. And it indeed is a frame of drone brood. See how it pops up? And a queen cell, just like I suspected. Look at the bottom. Do you see it? Bees are all over it down there at the bottom. And I know it's a real queen cell that has a larvae in it because a nurse bee is going in and out feeding it. Probably some on the other side. Let's look. No queen cells there. All right, so I'm kind of done looking at this super. I know there's this queen cell, could be others. I'll put that back. Now, when I set this frame down on the ground, I don't want to turn it sideways because I want to keep it in the same orientation as it's in now. So I'm going to put it on my top cover. Boy, there's no good place to stand and work because I don't want to be in the path of the bees because they're still foraging pretty strong today, and yet they're fighting the wind. And they'll not be happy if I block their pathways. I'll give it my best bet here to get this super off. This super, again, has a lot of good brood in it and probably more queen cells. That's why I want to set it flat on that top cover down there. Let's try to give it a go here, see what happens. Hey, today I want to talk to you about what you guys did on the comments. You made me want to cry. I mean, I practically almost cried because you left so many great comments about what you do with unlimited resources. You would help people with cancer. You would help veterans. You would build homes for the homeless. You would give clean water to those that don't have water in other countries. You went on and on about how you would help people. That was so moving. Thank you for being such a compassionate community of YouTubers that have watched my channel. I was really moved. Wow. Holy cow. I told Sherry, I was like, man, you should read these comments. They are so moving. Some of you want to help your children, you know, pay off their house. Some of you want to help your mom. Oh my gosh, it was just so moving. But I think it's so cool when we think about how we are, as humans, we are a single organism. Going after that beetle, going after that beetle there like a Navy SEAL. Yep, got it. Done. I'm looking for eggs or a queen, possibly down here. A lot of good brood and pollen down here. Oh, there's another beetle there. I think I got it. I'm gonna leave this frame out to give me a little more room, and we need smoke. So I thought about how me asking you to leave comments how you would use unlimited resources, and you guys shared such great ideas. I hope it was encouraging to make you think outside the box, like, yeah, what would I do? And maybe it helps some of you dream big. What do you do when you're broke and you can't fulfill your dreams because you don't have any resources? I think that was another theme that I saw occurring. I got to show you this beautiful frame of pollen and resources and bees. But you know, you think, how in the world can I achieve my dreams when I just don't have a way to do it? Well, bees start off in a small package or a nucleus. Let's take a package of 10,000 bees and a queen that's in a separate cage. They got nothing going on. For all intents and purposes, in that scenario, when they're in a small package like that, those bees are broke. They're flat out broke. And being broke means that they have to start small and kind of work their way up. So what do bees do? They take baby steps. They send out a couple hundred foragers. A couple hundred foragers go back and forth. They bring in resources. Not many, but they bring some back. They feed the queen. They feed the nurse bees who feed the queen. And the queen starts to lay more because she's being fed a little bit more. Small colony. She's not laying a lot of eggs yet, but she's laying some eggs, blah, blah, blah. She's, you know, it's just starting off small, baby steps. So I thought about that for you guys, you know, like me too. We're all starting small, and when we start fulfilling our dreams, I have to adjust my camera a little bit. We start off kind of small when we start with our dreams, you know. We can't really start too big. And starting off small like that is challenging. And we sometimes want to give up. But you know what? Bees don't give up. They keep going. And the reason bees don't give up is because they have faith, they have hope that they can do it. They have this, this drive to be a big colony one day. They're a tiny little colony. They got no drawn comb. It's a package. But yet they have this drive that they can do it. Now, some of this drone is emerging out. Some people might say that looks like spotty brood, but it's not. We already saw great frames of brood that's capped over all the way through. So that's just good brood pattern there. Same on the other side. And looking around for any queen cells. What's going on right here? Let's take a look. Oh, drone brood. And I don't see any queen as I scan, so I don't see a queen there. So bees start off not having much going on. And yet they find the way to go out and get resources so that they can fulfill their dream and hope of being a large colony like this one. This one started out as a package of 10,000 bees last year. And they had a dream and a hope, and everybody went to work and did their own thing. Now, what's cool about bees, and I want to relate it to you guys, I want to relate bees to humanity and all of us, is that they work together. And that was so cool to think how humans, sometimes we get very independent. We don't want to share. We don't want to help. We don't want to give to others. We don't want to see others succeed. We get a little jealous, you know. But bees don't do that. Bees in a colony work together as a single organism. And so as they go through their life, they keep expanding. They keep developing their own individual abilities to contribute to the single organism, the hive. And as they do that, then the hive starts to grow really well because everybody's doing what they're best at doing. Building wax, laying eggs, bringing in nectar and pollen. Now there's eggs here on this frame. So we're getting close to the queen, right? Oh, I see her. I'm gonna get myself closer to the camera here. Which camera, I don't know, but hey guys, let me interrupt for a minute to say please subscribe. I appreciate you subscribing so much. I know you're watching, I know you're gaining value from these videos, and if you subscribe and click on the bell, you'll be notified each time I make a new video. It's gonna help you guys so much learn from me, but you won't know I made a video unless you subscribe and click on the bell. Do that and give me a thumbs up. Now let's get back to work. Let me see if I can find her again. Bees covered her up. There she is. She's right there. I'll circle her in the edit room. All right, so we found the queen just as I suspected. And beautiful queen, by the way. All right, so in this case, I'm ready to make a split. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this queen on this frame and split it, put it in another box. Let's get that done. I had to make a change in my outfit today because I noticed how many bees there were and how much time I'm going to have to play with these bees to make a split. So I've just decided to put the big suit on and the gloves because that way I can work a little bit faster and get the job done. So now I'm going to take this frame that has the queen on it and put it in the split that I'm making up. But first I have to relocate my queen that's on this frame, and once we see her, we can move her over. But until then, we're not sure if she's still on this same frame. So we're going to give this frame a good look over. That's why it's good just to dress up, because it's going to be a little bit more time consuming to make this split. Looking real good on this frame for the queen. See if she's on an edge walking around. All right, let's go. Oh, there she is right in the middle of that frame. So we're going to carefully take her over here. And again, we walk over here. And as you can see, she's still right there is our queen. So she's kind of right there. Okay. So I got to make sure that when I put the frame in, she goes nicely in. So she's in the middle of the frame. It won't be any problem to just stick her right there. So we're going to put her right here in a deep box, already on a bottom board, because I want to move this hive to a new location. Now you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some more frames in that have some other resources, some more brood. Our same routine here. Give it a little smoke. The bees aren't bad, to be honest with you. I've got one or two that are trying to defend the colony by telling me that I've had it open too long. I also misplaced my hive tool, my J-hook hive tool. When I went to change into my bee suit, I don't know, I had everything on my golf cart. I didn't leave the area, but right now I can't find my other hive tool. So I have several hive tools on my golf cart, and I just grabbed the old-fashioned style, and that's fine. That's what I grew up with. I don't need a J-hook. No queen on here, I know for sure, because I have her in the other box. This has some good eggs on it and a lot of bees that I like. Yep, we're going to take this. I like eggs. I'm going to come over here to this box. This is our split. All right. Put it there. Yeah, we could put a lid on that each time, but I'm not going to take that much time going back and forth, I don't think. But do you see how many bees are in here? Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's just insane. Some of you left comments about how big my colonies are coming out of winter. Yeah, it's a lot of bees. I could definitely make many, many splits, more than one. All of you asked me about my smoker fuel. Again, description. Again, the link's in the description below where you can order your own smoker fuel. And I use burlap that works so nice. All right. So what we're doing now is just trying to get some frames of resources that we can move over to the other colony. This is a real light frame. It doesn't have the food on it maybe that I want. Let me look. Got a little bit of nectar in it. It's not bad. Make sure it doesn't have any queen cells. It's got good brood. We'll take it. And we'll just put it right here in this hive. That's our split hive with our queen in it. Accumulating some frames here. Nice. As we get closer to the wall, kind of hoping that we're going to run into a big frame of pollen or big frame of honey or something we can take over to the split. Let me show you some of the bees that are circling my veil. And that's why I decided to put a bee suit on. So when I see bees that are trying to get into my veil like this, it's probably, you know, it's a big colony, it's going to happen. But that's when I decided, you know, no reason to slow down and try to go easy. I just need to get the job done and suit up. You don't have to really work so carefully. You can just keep working at your natural pace, even though that might entice more bees. I mean, we've got so many boxes opened up and scattered that it's just a little too risky. Now, if I was doing a little inspection, just kind of seeing how things are going, but in this case, it's a windy day. It's pretty tough day for bees, actually. They're kind of struggling with flying. Actually, they're about done for the day. It's pretty late in the day, actually. And so all the bees are home. Oh, good. This is a little more heavier. So this is going to be a great frame of resources. See all the pollen in there? Let me move some girls around. So I've got good pollen, bee bread on both sides. Look at that. Good resource for the split. Let's take it over to the split. And we're going to put this great frame of resources right here. I'm glad I have this suit on. I really am. Don't want to hurt any bees. There we go. Since I still have a gigantic colony here that's pretty large, I need to actually take one more frame. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and take 5 over there. It's like making a nuke, isn't it? Take 5 frames out and make a nuke. And then we're going to replace the 5 frames that we took out. And that way we'll have a split that we can reposition to a new location. We're going to take this frame of brood over, put it on the other side of that frame of pollen that we just set in there. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up this hive here that we have opened up, because I feel if we don't, things could go south in a hurry. So we're just going to go ahead and frame it up, frame it in with some drawn comb that we have. This will give the bees a lot to do, cleaning up these frames, repairing them after they've been in storage. Now I have stuck on the tin roof. Now I have a lot of bees. They're telling me they're not happy. Now this is that moment when I've told you guys before, when you're working bees and all at once the bees tell you that they're done with you. My bees are telling me that. It will escalate quite quickly, that the bees will become more and more aggressive to move me away from their colony. And so that's why I've got to pick up the pace. I don't want to go too fast, but I had to work really quickly. Putting on this suit was a great idea. I read that before this happened, so that's awesome. We're going to go ahead and put our green drone comb in. This position, third frame from the wall. We're going to put this comb frame drawn out next to the wall there. Yeah. Now we got to put our 2 supers on and put a lid on it. Everybody off the edges, please. Got a box coming in. This one goes first. It had our queen cell in it. This one goes next. It's the top one. See how fast I can just go ahead and put it back together. And let's put a lid on it. I kept my smoker going while I was doing all that, and I'm glad I did, because I needed that smoke at the end when these bees kind of got riled up a little bit. I got a place picked out that I want to put this hive, and it's all ready to go. All we got to do is put a lid. I grabbed a lid, swapped lids on 2 hives over there, so I got this lid. And I'm going to put on this hive, this split. All right, let's lay this smoker down because it'll fall over. And let's head out. Hang on, bees, here we go. These beads around my head are going to follow me quite a little ways, actually. It's amazing. You wouldn't think they would follow you this far, but oh my gosh, they do. Okay, well, I just said that, and I don't really have too many following me right now, so they broke pursuit pretty quickly. Great. Now I think I have a pretty good spot down here picked out. I kind of want to, I got a place where I want to put a couple of splits. I've already placed one there. So it'd be a nice place to add another one. And you know, I definitely saw a couple of queen cells in the other hive back there. So having 2 queen cells that are almost capped over means that I'll have a virgin queen emerging in the next week or 2. And we'll have them out there quickly. And so I think I mainly want my 2 new splits here. This one still isn't foraging greatly yet. So let's put one there. I don't have a hive stand today. So we're going to go ahead and just put this one down on the little carpet there. Here we go. All right. Going to lean it up. Going to put it up against that put it up against the building a little bit like this to make them see something different. All right. Another split made. Oh man, I'll tell you what, that was a lot of work today. We got her done though, and I hope you learned a lot. I think you gained a lot of valuable information by watching the processes that I went to and to make this split. I had to do it on a not so good day, had to put the bee suit on, you know. So that's good information for you guys to learn too. When to read, how to read your hive, how to know what you're looking at, how you got to really work fast when things go bad and your bees are getting aggravated at you. I got a button down below. YouTube was so kind to give me a thanks button, which means as I make valuable videos that helps you guys be better beekeepers, if you feel compelled to leave a tip, you can leave a kind of up to $50 or $1.99 tip. I appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. I don't make a lot of money on YouTube here, believe it or not. And so I'm kind of like your wait staff at a restaurant. The restaurant gives me a little bit of money for working, and then whatever the tip money I can get is goes a lot further. So if you'd be so kind to do that. If that offends you and makes you mad, don't do it. Don't leave me a comment telling me you don't like me suggesting that. I understand some of you don't like that. Some of you don't have any money. I feel bad if you don't have money to spare. Don't leave a tip. But if you have money to spare and you want to kind of tell me thanks, leave a little $1 or $2 tip. Some of you are doing that. I appreciate it. It does help me greatly. So thanks a lot. Be sure and subscribe if it means a lot to you guys to continue to get notified when I make new videos so you can learn more. The season is just beginning. It's going to be real valuable for me to keep teaching you. Now, if you didn't see the video of our bee inspector inspecting our nuke yard, you're going to have to look at this video right here. Bee inspector alert, bee inspector inspecting our nuke yard. Take a look at that. I'll see you next time.